On the heels of the trip to New York, this was a game that concerned me. Just making sure the guys were grounded and very emotional wins. In the Barclays Center, especially the Michigan game, and winning a championship and then traveling back across country. And a couple of the teams that we beat struggled in their very next game because you're playing back-to-back games. And so from a scheduling standpoint, to have maybe 1 or 2 extra days, I thought helped us. We were able to practice a couple of times and. Thought our defense again was really strong and got to clean up the rebounding a little bit. Happy to see 21 assists out of 25 made field goals, and that's shows unselfishness and guys are moving the ball.
So in light of what you said now, was today's game really a statement game, even though it's a blowout contest?
I think we've been more dominant. We really we're 1 rebound away from being undefeated and. But it's and the way we've won lately is showed that there's a lot of potential here with this group. So it's exciting and hopefully we could keep building off that confidence.
It was very good ball movement from the outset tonight. What do you think offensively has clicked into gear for you guys?
Well, Frankie really wants to find his teammates, and he's great at finding guys. And 6 assists I think at halftime and we had good cutting off the ball, good movement off the ball. And Devin Cambridge a couple times, DJ Horn had a nice back cut in the second half. So, and then it was good to see Warren get some touches and be productive, because I think that's where you could take further steps in your offense if you could play through him and play inside out a little more.
Coach, Marcus warmed up and everything, didn't play. Is he just like a game time decision?
I mean, I've had really. Good couple of games and guys are playing well and our perimeter is really playing at a high level and wasn't going to disrupt anything tonight.
Expecting Enoch to be back on Sunday?
Enoch is he's working through illness and missed those games in New York due to that, and we anticipate he'd be back on Friday in practice. The guys will have the next 48 hours to be able to get with their families, and this we usually haven't had this opportunity in the past, so we'll get back to work on Friday.
One more?
Were you worried about the momentum of the Michigan game and being on such a high, and then maybe coming against an opponent that's maybe not one of your marquee opponents, and then, like you said, trying to get back up again?
Well, the guys we played these, like Tarleton State, played really hard, and Texas Southern played hard, and so we knew that we had to be ready to play, and or else they could embarrass you by their effort, and certainly we didn't want to be in a situation like that. So we discussed it a lot. We made the guys aware that they had a high double-figure lead versus Colorado and won and beat a Pac-12 school already. So they had our full attention.
Just, you mentioned not wanting to disrupt what's going well for you guys with Marcus. What does it say about the fact that you have on this team so much depth that even when 3 guys aren't playing against Michigan, and you have the ability to kind of figure out, on any given night who you want to be able to kind of keep on the floor?
I mean, I've been kind of consistent with saying that. Like I think the last 2 years, not 100% excuses, but a lot of it we were sidetracked with key injuries for 2 years. So when you're building a roster, you're saying like, well, let's not allow that to happen again. So let's make sure that we could sustain not having 1 guy or 2 guys, because there's multiple guys that could help us, and I think it promotes a real competitive environment where guys have to be productive if they want their role to expand, and you got to earn minutes, and nothing's going to be handed to you. So I think that's a positive with what our roster looks like.
What would your take on Jemiah's first game tonight?
I'm happy for Jemiah. He's it's unfortunate the timing of his injury and missing all that time, so I want to be careful with his minutes. But he's gonna upgrade our defense, and we're already playing pretty good defense, and with his athleticism and length, but he said to me just now, it felt different, not like practice. It was his first game, so but I think he'll continue to grow and develop.